Yes. Hit or miss, huh? Start us along the way here, is that you very important folks this evening. I want to start though by thanking Shaquille Emmett of the Leeds restaurant for the great food here this evening. Yeah, Leeds means delicious, and my wife once used the Leeds restaurant to cater an event for one of our kids, and she kept calling him Laziz, which means delicious brother. But I think you can remember him as Laziz what he's fine for. I also want to thank some of the other folks who are here this evening. I'm going to start in the back and just roam around the tables here a little bit. In the back corner, we have the United States Attorney for the Southern District of Florida. He's the first, and I could be wrong here, but in my recollection, he's the first Cuban American appointed by a Democrat to that post. And he's right here in South Florida. And as a criminal defense attorney, and I can tell you, he just recently met with our Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers Board here in Miami. He is very, very well respected. And he's somebody whom I believe will become a great friend to all of the communities of Florida, including the Muslim American community. I also want to thank Larry Sokol for being here, Commissioner for the City of Sunrise. Larry was recently re-elected for the City Commissioner position. And he's in a community up in Sunrise that has a mosque and a full-time school, and he's been a staunch supporter of that institution for years. And I first met him, he was coaching my kids' Little League Baseball, so he's been a staunch member of the community at large for many years. I also want to, I think Mindy Marquez is here. Mindy is the news editor for Miami. And I'd like to thank Miriam Marquez for being here. Miriam's the editor of the editorial page. I'd like to thank Judge Joe Farina for being here. Judge, been a judge since the late 70s. I was going to say since, you know, I was born, but
yes,
I won't say that. And he's also working very closely on a group that I'm a part of a number of attorneys and judges that are working together to try to find a way to empower the Muslim lawyers and law students coming out of the law schools right now, and try to create a path forward in light of the current climate, anti-Muslim climate that's around. So I really appreciate his efforts in that area as well. I'd also like to thank Leslie Mott for being here. Leslie's with the Florida Bar. And I'm losing my place. Sorry. And I'd like to thank Mayor Shirley Gibson for being here this evening. I believe you're going to hear from some of these folks, of course, but I'd also just like to acknowledge that David Lansberg is here today. I think John Yearwood is here this evening as well. And I'd like to also recognize Roberta Shevin. One of these hang on, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Renee Diaz? And I got a tweet. I have to let everybody know.
Thank you, Param. It is my pleasure to acknowledge the sponsors of today's program. These sponsors represent a small glimpse of the diverse Muslim business footprint both in Florida and across this great nation. Muslim businesses employ thousands of highly paid professionals who are contributing towards the growth of our economy and the betterment of our society at large. As I call your company's name, please stand up and be acknowledged. AAJ Technologies, Amjad, can you come to it? Jaffer Medical Group. No? All right. Bankers Companies. Sean, please stand up. Murtec Data, Riaz Merchant. Law firm of Wyatt Viscanio. Palmetto Subacute Care Center, Al Prison.
And my boss.
Buy and rent free now, Nidal Hussain. Siddiq Khan and Associates, Mr. Siddiq Khan. China Cabinet, Zora and husband. Zora. And click2recharge.com, Mr. Amin Markatia. We appreciate your sponsorship and your support from COSMES. We hope that you continue to support all of the good causes everywhere. Thank you very much.
You know, some of those folks have so many companies, I'm shocked when I hear a new company name. Amin Markatia was one of those. I heard that name, I'm like, wow, what's that company number 27 you might have? Yeah. Never heard of that one. You know, I'm glad a lot of folks from outside the community are also here tonight, because I think there's always this myth about the community, and we have meetings and that there's some secret kind of handshake or something, which is ridiculous, because it's really not a handshake, it's more like that. So I'm glad we have a lot of folks here today. I think that I want to take an opportunity to introduce a friend of mine who is also the executive director of Emerge USA. This young man is, I think, somebody who epitomizes the kind of efforts that if the community decides that we want to create leadership, of a next generation of leadership, then this person would be that poster child. He's a Fulbright scholar, writes occasionally op-eds in the Miami Herald, as he did today. You guys I can tweet it to you if you want in minutes. And he's also somebody who is who really believes in building institutions in the Muslim community. He's also on the board of almost every organization you saw here, and he's a lawyer for some of them. So, without any further delay, for review.
Good evening, brothers and sisters and friends. Yes, my wife, I will go slow. She tells me always I speak so fast, nobody understands me. I'll try my best. So please, if you don't understand, forgive me for that. It's an honor and privilege to introduce a person who's well-liked, well-known in our community. Honorable Mayor Shirley Gibson served our community and the city where we have the largest mosque in South Florida. The Islamic Center of Miami. Used to call Miami Garden Masjid. Now we improved, we call Islamic Center of Greater Miami. So she's our mayor. She's our mayor of Islamic Center plus our city. By the way, she was the main force creating in Miami Garden City. she spent several years in their county hallways to convince all the commissioners to their own city. And right now, Miami Garden City is the third largest city in their county. And the day one, she was there, and she's still there over there, and she doing a great job for everybody, including Muslims and non-Muslims. We'd like to thank you for that. I have worked with Mayor Gibson on many occasions on different issues, for Muslims and non-Muslims. She's always there. She never says no. She always comes by herself. I asked her one time, you rather yourself in Miami Garden in the night time? No, God, she said, I will use God. That's answer my question. She's a tough lady. She's a very fair. She's not a politician. She's a government servant, servant of people. And we are very lucky with her. Mayor Gibson.